Hello everyone, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. And in today's review, I am going to take a look at the Transformers Siege Voyager class, the leader of the Autobots himself, Optimus Prime. Yeah baby, let's go. Okay, so as you can see, here is Optimus Prime himself, fully transformed and into his not really an Earth truck, I will say. I mean, this is the same truck that we saw in the Siege cartoon itself. It's basically a more of a Cybertronian truck. The Earthrise is the Earth truck, but it's a pretty cool looking truck. I do quite like detail on the front there, and also you can see through the windows. You can see like a matrix like detail. It's pretty cool. And these windows, these lights and everything, the grille is done on a nice translucent blue plastic, which is really beautiful. We've got some like sewer paint right here. We got some Gatling guns on the front, but hey, he's the leader of the Autobots. He's a Cybertronian. He's an alien robot. Why can't he just, you know, have Gatling guns on the front? But hey, but you got an Autobot symbol right there. We got more of that battle damage paintwork right here, and as well on these windows. But yeah, got sewer paint on these windows, which is really nice. Got sewer smokestacks. Although the smokestacks kind of look very small and kind of short, so that one I really don't like. I wish they were like a bit taller and a bit longer, but that's fine. It's okay. We've got some nice silver painted rims on the wheels, which is really beautiful. I do quite like them. And they didn't really have to do this, but they actually painted the rims silver as well on the back of the wheels, on the back wheels, which is really nice. Got some nice silver paint on this section right here. And you can't already tell these are the legs, so yeah, these are his toes are just here, and his heel spurs are right there. And you can see on the bottom right there's nothing much to speak about, so yeah, but still, it's a nice looking truck mode. I do quite like the detail on this vehicle mode. So now we can actually move on to the vehicle mode comparisons. So the first couple of comparisons is that I will bring in the Earthrise leader class Optimus Prime, so you can see how the two Optimuses look together. And I guess this is the truck that Optimus Prime is going to scan, or maybe Tylertran 1 is going to help Optimus Prime get a Earth truck mode, which is basically this one. So here's the question: can this figure tow that trailer? Well, let's see. Let's try that out. Let's try it out. So let's see. I mean, it's the same connection point, so it has to be able to. And yes, the answer is yes. He can actually tow his Earthrise counterparts truck mode, because if you remember, Hasbro they actually released a whoops, I actually bumped the camera with my leg. I wonder how that happened, but I wasn't supposed to do that, unfortunately. I'm sorry everyone. If the camera is shaking on you, I'm very sorry. I deeply apologize. But anyway, so what I was trying to say is that Hasbro actually released the second wave for the leader class spoiler pack, which is actually I nearly said Sentinel, but no, it's not Sentinel, it's Nemesis Prime. So they actually released this figure as a Nemesis Prime repaint, a black Optimus Prime, and with this trailer, which is it's cool and weird at the same time, because it would have been better if they actually repainted this as Nemesis Prime, but they didn't. They actually re-released this figure as Nemesis Prime in the spoiler pack. But well, that's unfortunate, but still, you can see the gist of the trailer and the truck. You can see how that looks. So I'm just going to remove the trailer right now and put it off to the side and look at the cab, so you can see the differences in the molding right here. So let's turn to the back right now, so you can see. Now the feet and the heel spurs, they basically share the same, but the thighs, the shin part, I think they share like the front part of the leg. Oh wait, No. They don't share it at all, because you see, this leg has this little detail, while this one does not have that. So, yeah. And obviously they have different wheels. So, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of differences, and this one has the longer, slightly longer smokestacks, which I really like. So, yeah. Yeah, which is really cool that, you know, Hasbro actually remolded this figure to become this one. So that's really cool. It's like, well, they aren't essentially the same toy. It's not the same toy, because, you know, you can tell it's like basically this one is a totally new mold, although they share parts. So yeah, really nicely done. But anyway, so there you have that. And of course, we can't forget his arch nemesis, Siege Megatron, for the vehicle mode comparison. So yeah, you can see how the two main characters look together, and they look quite good together. You know, it's basically a truck and a tank scaling with each other. So yeah, they're basically the same length, but for the cannon, with the addition of the cannon, Megatron is longer. So yeah, so there you have that comparison right there. And now we're going to bring in all the other Siege Autobots, not all of them, but the ones that I reviewed so far. So let's bring in the Deluxe Sideswipe. We're going to bring in the Voyager class Springer. We're going to bring in the Leader class Ultra Magnus, which is really large, but the only large one right here is definitely the Commander class Jetfire. Woo! Big boy. He's a big, huge boy. So yeah. So let's see if we can get everyone in the shot right here. And the last final figures, Mirage, and of course Impactor. I'll put him back here like that. So yeah, you can see how they look together, and they look amazing together. I do quite like the Siege Autobots. They look magnificent. Now I haven't reviewed the Hound, the Cog, 6-gun, Chromia, Ratchet, and Ironhide. So more Autobots to be reviewed, but yay, they look magnificent together. Hold on, I put Sideswipe next to Prime there. There we go. So you can see how they look together. Yeah, they really good look together. Now, I don't think we saw Mirage's vehicle mode in the show. We definitely saw his vehicle mode, and did we see Impactor transform? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. And we didn't see Ultra Magnus transform, and we didn't see Springer. We saw Sideswipe transform into his vehicle mode, so yeah. So the only character that didn't even appear in the Siege cartoon is Springer. So that's the only character missing, you know, from the show. So yeah, I wish he was in the show, but it's okay. It is what it is. But yeah, so that is pretty much it for my vehicle mode comparisons. Okay, so now that we have the vehicle mode comparisons out of the way, so we can look at the accessories that Optimus Prime came with. So he does come with a shield and his natural blaster. So for weapon mode comparison, let's bring in the Earthrise Optimus Prime's gun, so you can see the difference between the Siege gun and the Earthrise version. Both of the guns, they're very G1 style, you know, G1-ish guns. So yeah, but they're different at the same time. So yeah, because this one has a hinge, but this one does not have a hinge to, you know, unplug from. But you know, yeah, in my opinion, I think this gun works way better as Optimus Prime's gun. This one I feel like is a bit too short. Yeah, I feel like it's a bit too short in my opinion. But this gun looks nice as well. So there you have that comparison. So yeah, so if you want to store the weapons right here. Oh yeah, there's a lot of silver paint on this shield weapon. You got the Autobot symbol right there, done in black. You got these little posts right here, these 3 posts for your effects parts if you want to plug some into. So now you can actually take this port and connect it to this post right there, so that connects together, and you just, you know, basically you have to plug in the weapons on the back of the truck like so for storage. So there you have his weapon storage. Okay, so I got the weapons out of the way, so now we can actually get through the transformation for this figure. So the transformation on this guy is quite, I mean, it's easy to transform him, but at the same time it's quite complex because there's a lot of steps going around in this figure. But anyway, so what you're supposed to do, you just bring these wheels down first. So just bring these wheels down for now. And now you can actually take this panel and just untap that. Just untap this. And now you can actually take his foot and flip that up, and flip this out. That will make his heel spurs. And there we have, that's all done. So now we can take this section right here, just untap this, untap that, untap this panel, untap this, and just open up these windows. And again, you got this nice matrix of leadership detail right here. It's not removable, it's molded into place. So yeah, so just raise that section up and just flip this panel in, fold this up, that will tab in, and that will tab in. Just bring this down all the way, and now you can take his head and actually flip that up and just close up his chest and just bring out his arms. Just bring out his arms like a regular G1 Optimus Prime transformation. So just bring that up and just fold this in, just fold the wheels in like so, and then just bring this down and just tab that in, and there you have that. So now split the legs like so, and now you can take this section right here, just rotate this around and just flip out this panel and just tab that in like so. Just rotate his leg 180 so that you know everything is oriented properly, because this crotch is the front and this is the front of the leg. So now you can do the same thing with the other leg. Just rotate this 180, flip this down, tab that in, just flip this around, and now you can take this panel and just flip that out and just bring this over and tab that in, and there you have his legs all done. So now I have to raise up the camera so that you can see what I am doing. So just have to raise that up a little bit more. So there you have that. So now let's go through the backpack first. So just bring this down, rotate it around, and just tab that in. And there you have his backpack all done. So now his arms, just bring the arms down, just rotate this panel around and just tab that in. Just root this around, tab that in, and there you have an arm all done. Same thing on the other side. Just rotate this around and just tab that in. And once you're done with the transformation, you get a very, very cool looking G1 Optimus Prime, and that is really, really cool how that does that, because you get a Cybertronian truck mode, but it still transforms into a very, very G1 styled Optimus Prime figure. So yeah, really, really nicely done. I do quite like this figure as well as the Earthrise figure. Yeah, I definitely do like both Optimus Prime figures. They definitely look really, really good. So yeah, so let's get in closer so we can take a look at that Primey head sculpt, which is really, really nicely done. I do quite like the metallic blue eyes that he has, and the silver on the face, silver on the crest. Yeah, really nicely done, very nicely detailed. I do quite like him. And again, the Autobot symbol on the shoulder. Got some points where you can plug in some effects parts, which is pretty cool. If you open up his chest, you don't reveal anything. So he's pretty hollow in the chest. But yeah, got nice silver paint on this fake grill section right here. Got yellow on the crotch as well. You know, I wish there was silver on the crotch, but it's okay. It is what it is. And you got blue hands. Got some nice with that battle damage paintwork all around. So yeah. Yeah, really, really nicely done. And yeah, really, really cool looking figure. He's quite clean at the back. He's like, this is like a jetpack for him, so he can like fly off into space, which is pretty nicely done. I mean, you know, if you have imagination, I mean, this can be like thrusters for his jetpack. So yeah, that would be cool. Yeah. Now, in terms of his posability, I mean, he's very posable. The head is on the ball joint, can rotate to full 360, can look up a little bit. Unfortunately, that hinge, this panel does not lock into place, so if you try to move the head around, you have to try to move the head up, that hinge will move. So you have to move up the head a little bit. So there we go. You can look down a little bit and can rotate the full 360 at the arms. This panel can actually move out for the arm movement, so it can move out all the way, which is really, really nice. He does have a bicep swivel. He does have a 90 degrees at the elbow, and he does have a wrist swivel, which is really, really nice. I do quite like that. And he does have a waist swivel, which is really surprising for me. The legs can move up that far, can move back that far. He can actually do the full splits. He does have a thigh swivel. He does have a knee joint, like very full range of bend, which is, you have some rotation at the knee, which is nice. He does have an ankle tilt, really, really nice. And you can actually wiggle his toes around if you want to, but that's more for transformation. But if you want to do that, you can, if you want to. So yeah, he's pretty poseable everywhere, so really nicely done. So now we can actually arm him up with his weapons. So this weapon, let's talk about this weapon first. So this actually can, plug to the side of his arm, like to have a shield or something. But the other thing you can do with this weapon is that we can actually transform it into an axe. So you can actually bring out this blade here. Oh wait, you have to flip out this blade first and flip out this blade right here. So that actually becomes his axe, which is really, really cool. Because if you remember in the G1 cartoon, he's supposed to have an orange axe, but this is basically, his new axe weapon, which is really, really nice. And also, he can definitely hold his G1 blaster, which is really, really nice. I do quite like that. So now we can actually move on to the robot mode comparisons before we conclude this video. Okay, so the first couple of comparisons I'm gonna bring in will be the Siege Voyager class Megatron, and of course the Earthrise Leader class Optimus Prime. So you can see, like, these figures, these two guys, they look so really, really different, but they do have the same heads, I believe, and they do have like this front part of the legs. They're pretty much the same, and the feet and the heel spurs, so they share some parts, but still, you can honestly tell that they're really, really different. And yeah, and I'm not, wait, hold on, I think I just realized something here. I think this part right here of the the elbow, the arm part, I think that's the same with this, I think. Yeah. And again, the Siege Megatron and the Siege Optimus Prime, they definitely look good together. They look really, really, really good together. I do quite like that. So yeah, and they're the same height too. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. So there you have those two for the robot mode comparisons. And now let us get in the group of the Siege Autobots that I have reviewed so far. Let's bring in Siege Commander Class Jetfire. He's a big boy, but yeah. I'm going to bring in the Siege Leader Class Ultra Magnus, which is in turn a big figure as well. And you can't really see Jetfire that well. So here we have Springer. We have Impactor, and the final two Autobots to bring in our Sideswipe, and of course we got Mirage. So I'm going to bring up the camera a little bit more so you can see Jetfire's face as well. So there you have that there. So that is a really, really cool group of Autobots. They definitely look great together. That's amazing. I do quite like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons. So here are my final thoughts on Siege Voyager class Optimus Prime. And once again, Hasbro has, blown my mind away because this figure looks absolutely perfect as a G1 Optimus Prime. But with that being said, I mean, this figure is still good too. So yeah, the Earthrise Prime is still an excellent G1 style Optimus Prime, but still, I definitely love this figure. When I got this figure for the first time, I fell in love with it. I love the the G1 design for Prime. Whoops, I knocked his gun away, but anyway. So I nearly knocked you out, but anyway. So but yeah, this figure is a great figure. Has great amount of articulation. Also a fun and enjoyable transformation, even though there are a lot of steps to go through with the transformation, but still it's a fun toy to mess with. Unfortunately, he does not come with his own matrix of leadership, but there is a little bit part of the truck mode when you open the windows, the front windows. You can see like a matrix of leadership detail right there done in silver, which is really nice. But yeah, overall it's a nicely done figure, and I'm pleased with this figure. So as far as ranking him from a scale of 1 to 10, I am going to give Optimus Prime a perfect score, a 10 out of 10. Hasbro, you did it again, man, dudes. I love Hasbro because look at this figure. You can't tell me that this is a bad figure, dude. This is a wonderful figure. So 10 out of 10 is a perfect score. 2 thumbs up, Hasbro. Well done. Well done. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, Hasbro. You did really well with this figure. So, and I think that is pretty much it for today's review. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, go and click that subscribe button down below. And also, after you click that subscribe button, there is a bell notification icon for you to turn on your notifications, just in case if you miss my videos, if you miss the new videos every day. I mean, I'm posting these videos every day. I mean, review one figure every day. Yeah. I mean, I can do it. I can do it all day. But anyway, so yeah, your notifications will be turned on if you click that bell icon, so that you won't miss any future reviews of new upcoming figures and old figures. And yeah, and I think that is pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Siege Voyager class Optimus Prime, the leader of the Autobots himself. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out.